A long time ago, in a land filled with both hardship and hope, Jesus walked through towns and villages, his presence quietly transforming the lives of everyone he met. The dusty roads beneath his feet carried stories of struggle, but wherever he went, something extraordinary seemed to follow. His heart overflowed with love and compassion, radiating a warmth that drew people from all walks of life. Whether he was surrounded by nature or in the midst of a bustling crowd, his kindness was unmistakable. Jesus was more than just a wise teacher sharing lessons under the open sky. He carried a divine gift from God, a power that set him apart from anyone the world had ever known. His words offered comfort, but his actions revealed something even greater. Through his miracles, Jesus revealed the boundless power and deep compassion of God. Each act was a sign, a glimpse into a love that could heal, restore, and uplift even the most broken spirits. People watched in awe as he performed wonders that defied explanation. Their amazement turned to hope, especially for those who had known only despair. In his presence, the impossible became possible, and joy returned to weary hearts. In a world without modern medicine or technology, Jesus' miracles were lifelines. He showed that with faith and trust in God, no obstacle was too great, no situation too hopeless. His actions spoke louder than words, offering hope where there was none. He answered the desperate prayers of the sick, the hungry, and the forgotten. With a gentle touch or a simple word, he healed bodies and filled empty stomachs, reminding everyone that abundance and healing were possible through faith. As word spread, crowds grew larger, drawn not just by his miracles, but by the love and hope he offered. People traveled from distant places, eager to witness his power and to feel the peace that seemed to surround him. These stories of wonder and hope were shared around campfires and whispered from elders to children. Passed down through generations, they became legends, reminders that even in the darkest times, hope can triumph over despair. As we explore these miracles together, we discover why the message of Jesus continues to inspire people across the world today. His life reminds us that love, faith, and compassion can change everything, no matter the era or circumstance. In the small village of Cana, a joyful wedding was underway. The air was filled with laughter, music, and the aroma of delicious food. But suddenly a problem arose. The wine had run out. In that culture, running out of wine at a wedding was more than just an inconvenience. It was a source of deep embarrassment for the hosts, threatening to overshadow the celebration and bring shame to the family. Sensing the distress, Mary, the mother of Jesus, quietly approached her son. She knew of his compassion and the power he possessed, and with a simple request, she asked him to help the hosts in their moment of need. Responding to his mother's faith, Jesus instructed the servants to fill 6 large stone jars with water, each holding many gallons. The servants obeyed, not knowing what would happen next, but trusting in the words of Mary and Jesus. As the jars were filled to the brim, Jesus performed a quiet miracle. The water inside was transformed, no longer clear and tasteless, but now the richest, most flavorful wine anyone had ever tasted. The master of the banquet, unaware of what had happened, tasted the wine and was astonished. He called the bridegroom over, praising him for serving the best wine last, a rare and generous act. The guests rejoiced, their spirits lifted, and the celebration continued with even greater joy. This first public miracle revealed not only Jesus' kindness, but also God's deep care for human happiness and community. What could have been a moment of shame was transformed into a memory of joy and abundance, a story that would be told for generations. Those who witnessed the miracle were filled with awe, their faith in Jesus strengthened as they realized they were in the presence of someone extraordinary. Through this act, Jesus showed that divine power could touch even the most ordinary moments of life, turning everyday needs into opportunities for wonder. The wedding at Cana became a symbol of hope, reminding us that with faith, even our simplest gatherings can be filled with unexpected blessings and joy. On a sunlit hillside, a crowd of over 5,000 men, along with women and children, gathered to hear Jesus teach. They had followed him from distant towns, drawn by his words and the hope he inspired. As the day wore on and the sun began to set, hunger crept in. The people, tired and weary from their journey, looked to Jesus and his disciples, hoping for a solution to their growing need. The disciples saw only the impossibility of feeding such a vast crowd with their limited resources. They worried, suggesting the people be sent away to find food in nearby villages. But Jesus saw an opportunity for something extraordinary. In the midst of the crowd, a young boy stepped forward, offering his humble lunch. Just 5 small barley loaves and 2 fish. It seemed insignificant, but in Jesus' hands, it became the beginning of a miracle. Jesus took the food, gave thanks to God, and began to break the bread and fish. As he distributed it to the people, the food multiplied, passing from hand to hand, never running out. Everyone ate until they were completely satisfied. When the meal was over, the disciples gathered 12 baskets full of leftovers, far more than what they had started with. The crowd rejoiced, amazed at the abundance. What began as a meager offering had become a feast for thousands, a powerful sign of Jesus' compassion and divine power to provide. Witnessing this miracle, the people recognized Jesus as the prophet sent by God, the one who could meet every need, turning scarcity into overflowing plenty. Jesus' miracles showed his power over sickness and nature. He healed a man blind from birth, demonstrating God's power. Another time, a storm threatened his disciples at sea. Jesus calmed the storm with a command, leaving the disciples in awe. They realized his power over nature was divine, deepening their understanding of who he was. Jesus' most powerful miracle was raising Lazarus from the dead. Despite Lazarus being in the tomb for 4 days, Jesus called him out alive. This act showed Jesus' authority over death, offering hope beyond the grave. Witnesses were amazed, seeing the impossible become reality. This miracle is a timeless message of God's love and the hope we have through faith in Jesus.